Hello, welcome aboard. G'day, Daryl. G'day, Steve. JK, welcome aboard. Thanks for the pictures, mate. And g'day, John Wayman. Thanks for coming on board. Thanks for your advice too. I'm checking all that out. And I have some Beachport images here as well, which are really cool, which I'll share. Welcome, Heather. Thanks for coming along. Welcome to Good Chats. Just in case you didn't know what this is my channel, Outdoors Type, and I run this little live stream every week where we share what's been going on with everything. I invite everyone to send me stuff to share and talk about each week. I talk about the videos that I've done, and we'll talk about other bits and pieces that have happened around and about the world of, I don't know, I guess railways and history and doing stuff with videography and also mapping on Google Maps and Google Earth and the like. So this week we were, of course, going to talk about follow up on the Lego images from last week that JK had. He's sent me a few more, so we'll show them later on as well. And he also sent me some images of NR34, which, as we know, welcome Hunters Locomotives. If you found your old channel again, or started another one, welcome aboard. And I think we may have found that image finally. Of course, the Mount Gambier line video and the woke wine cutting video that I did. If you guys got any questions on that, I might run through my favourite bits of those videos, if that's okay with y'all. G'day, O'Malley. Welcome aboard. And I've also got some of the excess research photos that I didn't end up using in the video for the Mount Gambier line. And I was going to run through some of those and have a chat about those. I don't know why I didn't use them. Yeah, well, welcome to Kynan when he jumps on board. I don't know if anybody's had any more ideas about collaborations. I have. I was thinking about doing the Main South line, and again, this is one of the books that I've got that most of y'all will know. And I was thinking of following the line between Adelaide and Tailem Bend, which this book gives a great description of, in a similar vein to all my other videos, but looking at the history of the line and not necessarily at the trains themselves. And then, of course, Book of the Week, where I find some kind of book from this rather learned-looking and overlit bookshelf behind me. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, there you go. So without further ado, we're just going to get NR34 out of the way. So I'm just going to do that. And we'll do the old screen share, which is always dangerous. Transition to that. And the only reason I know the screen share is working is because I'm sharing the whole screen and I can't. I've got another computer set up down here so I can actually see that it is what I'm supposed to be talking about. And so hopefully that's the image of the NR34. No, thank JK for that. Thank Jeremy for that. He found that. Yeah, what an interesting object that is. So yeah, thanks for thinking of that. Really appreciate it. We'll eventually find this stuff, eventually. Now I stored the other stuff in here. Now, here we go. You might have to talk us through this a little bit, JK. Now, I don't know who built this, but that's pretty damn cool. $500 for that locomotive. Youch. But these are the ones that I think Jeremy sent me of Lego figurines that he'd made, and he just thought you'd like those, hunters. So it's pretty dedicated Lego work going on right there. Is that Lego? Or is that Meccano? Does anyone else remember Meccano? I remember that building great big steel structures in the living room. It would have been a parent's nightmare. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. Ah, okay. Lego Technics. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I've never used that before. There's the old school Lego that I remember. Again, also the parent's worst nightmare. Okay, all right. Now, what am I going to do now? I'm going to go find... if it's okay with you, Jack, I think I've got those images of the Beachport, and I'll bring them up a little bit later. I haven't queued up the Mount Gambier video. How terrible. Because usually what I do is show a little bit and talk about a little bit the...
Welcome back to Outdoors Type. So in 1995.
And again, if you've got any questions about that exploration, then let me know. I'm just going to queue it up here. I got to find it. There we go. All right. Whoops. There you go. Is that better? No, it's not better. Yeah, sorry. That's what happens when you come in hot. We should just be all thankful that the sound is working tonight. Because usually that's what happens when I come in from doing something else and haven't had time to prepare. And clearly I haven't had time to prepare the video. So we will just go to that and that. And that's transition. Good. I'm just playing with you. I was just playing with it.
So it's been some time since this line last saw a train, although the trains between Melbourne and Adelaide still roar through here quite frequently.
This video has taken over 2 days, and I decided to present the video in consecutive format.
And then we're going to head south,
even though
to the border with
not long
Victoria,
after those rain clouds hit me
eventually
at Francis, basically for the rest of the way down
on day 2,
Mount Gambier,
we'll explore the line to Beachport, such as it is, and then we'll explore the other branch line from Kingston Southeast back to Naracoorte. So I hope you enjoy this journey.
So
stick with me, and we'll find out what's
work out a way
of the Mount Gambier railway line
on the Sunday. So I managed to say, for example, where are we? Naracoorte is the spot that I did in complete reverse.
Running in Naracoorte after all.
So this shot was the first day, this shot was the second day. Obviously this was the photos, which I'm going to show you some of the photos that didn't make it into the video. This was the first day.
Welcome to
this was the second day. So yeah, I managed to mix it all together to make it kind of look like a little bit like I was all wearing the same thing, except for these bits. And so that was fun to have later. I probably should have spent more time working on the end of the video, but that was just really a result of being rushed by all the rain. And by this point, when we're here in the Naracoorte video, and Coonawarra too, there's a day 1, day 2 in that. the rain was just too hard to get the drone out. And by the Sunday, I think, as I mentioned before, I was just like, bugger it, I'm going to have to fly the drone in the rain. So I've never actually flown any of my drones in anything like this before. Interesting story behind the photo there. The caption with the photo says something like, railwaymen from Mount Gambier prepare to send 1,524 tins of rabbit food to Europe or something like that. Which is odd because I don't think it was 1902. I think they also said to support the war, and 1902 was a long time before the war, so I'm not sure. But g'day, Pocket Watch. Welcome aboard. You've just missed the exciting news that this is apparently an image of a train of tins of rabbit food destined for Europe, because that's just how we roll on Outdoors Time. If you could ask what the favorite shot was, then I think everyone knows what that shot is, and that was the drone shot where it just happened to be this thunderstorm, which consequently ended filming for the day. Hopefully that's brought the sound. Well, it looks like there may very well be a train running in Naracoorte after all. And then I'm going to bring up the images of the old line. Some of them will be in here that I did use, but yeah. Credit goes to, g'day, Transport Spotter Worldwide Guide. Welcome aboard. These are some of the stock images which I got from westernlangford.com.au, I think. Awesome railway resource. And State Library of South Australia. I don't think I'll ever work that out, O'Malley, I reckon. I think it's a combo of where my YouTube sound levels are at and where this audio levels are at. And maybe I haven't quite got the ducking set against that properly. So thank you for your feedback. And oh my God, I can't believe I still have such a patient audience like you guys. Welcome, Plane Train Guy. Maybe I should try playing that again just for a bit. Sorry, everyone. I want to have a bit of a play with the sound levels on this beast. Then we shall play that. It's got its music going. So feedback says that it's a little bit Welcome to Naracoorte. Welcome, Plane Train Guy. Here we are, just testing again. Trying to get the sound levels correct. I'll have to watch it back. Right, okay, cool. Thanks, John, for your feedback there. I appreciate it. At the Mount Gambier railway lands. I've just turned the threshold down a fair bit. That might do something, I don't know. Just looking at the levels here on I probably haven't got it set to the main audio either. So this video just keep going, and this may give me a little bit of a chance to add a filter to the main audio too. Well, we're back in Mount Gambier again. As you can see behind me, the right-of-way of the old railway, both to Millicent and to... Because if I switch this off, which is the main audio network of... I think this means that the video will stop. The video sound will stop. So at this stage, I'm imagining... sorry, I'm going to have to watch this back or just use the audience as live guinea pigs. Sorry. So, yeah, that should have cut the main audio. Let me know if that's cut the main audio. In the meantime, I'm going to chuck a filter on it in the background. Okay, folks, so we're here in Tantanoola, home of the Tantanoola tiger. Does a jaguar or a leopard or a tiger really roam the area? It's a really pretty little stop with lots of railway history. So yeah, that should have cut the YouTube sound. Some of the much, but I'm not sure that that's the case. Because otherwise, everyone you're just watching a little talking head talking about a silent video. This was such a fun video to make. So, okay, John. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so I've got that ducking working a bit better now. Really appreciate it. Thanks for helping me with that. And that's what I wanted it to do, plain train, guys. So again, I thought I had this nailed, but yeah, just going to play with the settings a little bit more. I think it's one thing to read about them and set them up that way, and it's another thing to test it out and have such an awesome bunch of people to help me out with that. So I really appreciate it. The historic information there in the information bay kind of tells me what I thought, that a lot of the old railway line right-of-way was reused. I know just before we saw Millicent and Railway Terrace there, and you guys would know that through what I kind of do, I've seen a lot of railway terraces. There seems to be, anywhere there was a railway, there is a railway terrace. I don't know if you can think of anywhere that's had a railway before in a town that's not had a railway terrace. And so I've seen that railway terrace signage just in so many towns all over South Australia, and I find myself on Railway Terrace. 1957. There's not a lot remaining here. The building is now converted. Here's the Beachport shot too, and behind me in that shot, there is a bit of infrastructure. There is a little bit of overexposure, but that's actually, those birds were actually disappearing into and out of a fog cloud. O'Malley, the train's going great. it's actually a little more waterproof than it's supposed to be, I think. Definitely not recommended, but I did it. And storage has been great. I can't remember what gigabyte card I've got now.
I didn't find any rails between Lucindale and Naracoorte, but I have found a railway terrace in Lucindale and this Lucindale Museum, which is got...
Generally, when I'm on these trips, I clear my card every day anyway. Yeah, it's 128 megabit. 128 gig, so that works all right. I haven't had any issues with the drone at all, really. It's just been pretty much plug and play, which has been awesome. Yeah, I just do them with a laptop with a little USB stick transfer device that shove the memory card in the side of it, and it's a USB stick size.
We have made it to Kingston Essex.
Card reader. They're amazing.
With me this far. This was the terminus of a line from Naracoorte, one of the early narrow gauge lines, which was converted to broad gauge and cut back to outside of town.
Yeah, I do. You use a Mavic, Mavic Mini Pro.
And there's almost nothing remaining.
Mavic Mini 3 Pro, sorry.
So I come down to Massapede Bay here to have a look at the jetty. If you did enjoy the video...
I haven't even used storage in the RC. There's lots of stuff in the remote control, like microphone adapters and this and that and the other, and I just have not had time to work them out, or any chance to use them. Okay, so that mic there, that's the mic from the DJI Pocket 2 that I've got. So I use a DJI Pocket 2 and I use a Mavic Mini 3 Pro. Yeah, and I use the mic from that, and that's been a great little mic. I wish that it worked with all the other things that I use as well, but yeah, it just works exclusively with the DJI Pocket 2. And I think they're great for the style of footage that I do, which is like a run and gun kind of thing, to liken it to online gaming. I'm kind of always on the move, so I don't need to be like messing around with things. So they're easy to click on and get going. Okay, all right, so photos. I had some black and white photos from that we were going to show as well. So I go to a screen cap, do that. I didn't end up fully showing them, so we'll get over to that. There we go. So this is from Western Langford Collection. This is Avenue. This is on the line between Lucindale and Kingston Southeast, about halfway. The DJI Pocket 2 will run continuously for about 40 minutes. But otherwise, I'll get probably about half a day of shooting out of it. So I've got to keep an eye on charge. It's probably the best way I can put it. But yeah, about half a day worth of shooting, or about 45 minutes continuously, probably 40 minutes continuously. So it's not great for long time lapses or long streaming or that kind of thing, because it'll just overheat as well. That's the other thing. This is Naracoorte. I don't know if you can see it in the corner there. And I did pick this video. This was the opening of the railway station, broad gauge railway in 1950s sometime. And it's a shame I missed out on this photo, because it just shows just how central to society railways were back in the day. And it was a big thing. This is a Western Langford image of Kalangadoo Station in the 70s, back when much less damage and I guess wear and tear due to age had set in. Oh, I used that one in the video. Oh, here's on board the train. I'm not actually sure where this was. Pretty sure this might have been coming into Millicent, I think. No, that would have been Kingston. Sorry, that was coming into Kingston Southeast. Because here's the old station at Kingston. And because I had nothing on Kingston for the end of the video, it would have been great to have remembered to use this image. But there you go. And I'm told by people that this building is now the centre of a building works. And I stood outside the gate of that building works, and for the life of me, I could not spot a building that looked like this one. So I'm not even sure that that's still there anymore. The Millicent Station, I used that one. This is, I think this was Naracoorte Station. I didn't use this one because it went way, way back past the existing building. This is the Limestone Coast Railway, and I sometimes wonder if that's actually Western Langford there himself. You never know. I used those ones in the video. State Library. Oh, this one goes way back. Railway station at Millicent. It's in the top corner there. So this is the old Millicent railway station in 1890. And boy, you don't get many photos from 1890. Naracoorte, used that one in the video. This was the railway yards at Mount Gambier with 25 trucks loaded with 2,750 cases of tin rabbits on their way to London. There you go. There's the exact rundown on that photo. This was Snuggery. This is the giant wood chip mill once. Doesn't look anything like that these days. And the Kimberly-Clark factory. So I don't know what they've done with the operations, but I didn't see a pile of wood chips that big anywhere. Coming back to Mount Gambier now, and the days when tourist trains still used to run there. The Limestone Coast Railway, I think it was called. And I think this may have been, there we go, the jetty at Beachport in 1908, the longest jetty in South Australia at one point. Yeah, certainly under fog the day I went. This was Naracoorte, Wandillo. This is the Wolseley image that I used. And yeah, we hit the end there. I didn't use that one in Naracoorte because it was a bit dark anyway, so I had a few other historical images to use. I think you're probably right, Plane Train Guy. I think I did read something about that somewhere. Those red hens went to the Steam Ranger. So I'm going to bring up the other ones. There we go. Jack Beachport. So Jack Wayman sent me these images. John Wayman, sorry. Jack Wayman, John Wayman. I think, there we go. Yes, but I don't know where I remember Jack Wayman from. But there you go. These ones are from John. This is the Beachport station. When I went, I couldn't see the access way around. So perhaps you could point that out to us, John. So there is actually a couple of bits of railway memorabilia there. Although that is interesting. It says Railways Department at Murray Bridge. Yeah, cool. I wonder if this is original stuff from around there, but that's the original station. I'm guessing that's a facsimile or maybe even the original sign, which would be pretty awesome. Looks a bit like the original sign when you zoom in on it there. So there you go. That building, that Bowls Club building, has been around for a very, very long time. So thank you for sending those in, John. Yeah, appreciate it. Real sign. Yeah, cool. Oh my God. Sorry. There we go. We'll go in a little bit. There we go. Yeah, definitely the old sign. So well done to them for definitely making that happen and keeping that around for so long. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't see the article about Farina and Aurelia. What's happening there? That'd be interesting. I've been to Farina briefly. You know, I've been to Aurelia, obviously. So, yeah, that would be interesting. Thanks heaps for sending those, John. I wish I'd been able to use them in the video, and I wish I'd sort of understood a little bit more about the access there. So on that note, I want to mention probably what the next video I'm going to do, after the one that I probably mentioned when I waved the book around earlier, thinking about doing the main South Line from the point of view of following that from here to Tailem Bend. And then on from there as well, because as I did the trip down to Bordertown to have a look at the Mount Gambier railway lines, obviously out of the corner of my eye, I was seeing a lot of old railway infrastructure, silos, sidings, all of that kind of stuff at these towns along the Dukes Highway. Thanks. At these towns along the Dukes Highway. So if anyone's interested in doing a collab, if anyone's interested in doing a collaboration, wants to join me on that trip, I'm thinking about doing that probably in the next month or two. That's heading down to Bordertown and then doing a video back looking at all the old infrastructure there again. Probably the only guy who explores railway lines while trying to avoid actual trains. And that's one of the things I always wanted to do with this channel. Is sort of look at the history. I'm not really too interested, I like capturing the odd train in the videos, but that's kind of not the point of it. So we're getting around to now book of the week, where I select a random book from the rather intelligent looking bookshelf behind me, and so far we've had some awesome ones like Street Directories and Arnold Schwarzenegger's biography. So let's see what we come up with this time. Maybe not that one. There's going to be something more fun than that. All right. No, I have another one that's not made it back to the bookshelf. And that's this Memories of Early Coffs Harbour, and that is another video that I've got in the works as well, where I'll narrate this story about the Boambi Bridge that is in my great grandfather's book about his early life in Coffs Harbour, and these were his diary entries. So you've got a lot of old, historic images of the time, a lot of old newspaper clippings, stuff like that. But all of the stories in here were diary stories from Walter Jordan. We're talking, where are we? Let's look at the preface here. It's an insight of what it was like to live on the Coffs Coast back in the 1900s, and this is the early 1900s that we're talking about. Here's a copy of Walter's birth certificate, just to make it authentic. Thanks for coming in, Darryl. Great to chat to you today on the email. Thanks for checking in, and all the best. Stay safe. Here we go. He was born in 1876. Somewhere in Glen Innes, or around Glen Innes. There you go. Let me see if I can find this one. There we go. There's some short stories and there's some long stories. So, I'm just going to find the bit about the Boambi Creek. I probably should have used the index instead of just randomly trying to go through there. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a editor's mark. I don't know whether you can see it in the contents there. So maybe this is one of the original copies, or one of the few copies. I don't know. Here we go. Dammed the creek for fish. This is what these guys used to do for fishing back in the day. I'll find the story and I'll do it on a YouTube video where I narrate the story to some image and in my usual thing. Here we go. So they dammed the creek for fish. And there's an image of them holding up. I'll do that properly. And there's an image of them holding up boatloads of fish. That's one of the images that I intend to use in the video. When I was a boy living at Macaulay's Headland, we used to catch a fair amount of fish in the little creek running out this side of Diggers Headland, and known to this day as Jordan Creek. It's pretty central Coffs Harbour, if you know. The little creek is nearly always blocked up with a bar of sand across the mouth, but often there is a body of water 150 yards long and nearly a chain wide out on the open beach. Generally the depth is about 2 or 3 feet, and at night, this stretch of water would be full of fish that came down out from the weeds and logs further up. We would catch some good fish at times, especially eels up to 50 or 60 pounds weight, and also bream, whiting and flathead, etc. How they got there, I don't know, other than being washed up as spawn in rough weather. Selecting a shallow place of less than 2 feet, we heaped up the sand and made a wall from one side to the other, leaving an opening in the middle of about 6 feet for the fish to go through. At about 11 o'clock that night, we quietly snuck down and plopped a sheet of iron across the opening, and then what a rush of fish. They nearly forced the sheet of iron out from its hold in the sand. Then we set to work with our shovels and completely filled the opening with sand, making a compact wall from one side to the other. Making sure we had all secure, we went away to bed, but little did we know what was going to happen. We expected to have some fun hauling the fish out in the morning with the net, but there was no need for hauling. In the early morning when we came down, a sight met our eyes I shall never forget. Our dam was still intact, but the water out on the beach had nearly all soaked through the sand and left nearly 200 yards of fish stranded, with just enough water to keep them alive. This is how these guys went fishing back in the day. So I'm also looking forward to telling the story of how he was challenged over the timbers of the railway bridge. The original railway bridge over the Boambi Creek on the main line, or what was then the main line between Coffs and the North Coast. So he headed in Port Augusta in August. That's appropriate. Do some train spotting. Oh yeah, and go on the Heritage Line. I'm looking forward to doing the Pitchy Ritchie line this year at some stage. That would be really cool. I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. So here we are. Good chats for episode number 62. I want to thank everybody for coming on board. I've kept it short and sharp tonight. We've had lots of contributors as well. So I really would encourage you guys to get on board and contribute more and suggest what we can talk about. Send me some content. If you want to flick me those articles and maybe just let me know somehow, O'Malley, that we want to have a bit of a chat about it, and I'll look them up and we'll bring some perspective to it. Hopefully you get lots of footage, hunters. Really look forward to it. Everyone go check out Hunter's Locomotives on all his channels. He's easy to find. Everybody go check out each other's channels. Everybody support each other. Thanks for the support, Pocket Watch. I really appreciate it. So what we're going to do now is, if you know, you know. It's been a big day, man. It's been a big week. I'm this close to getting the watch hours that I need to get to. My channel needs to get to that next stage, but it's a delicate balance between having a real life job and just wanting to get to those 4,000 watch hours. But this close by a whisker. Yeah, tonight I just don't have it in me to keep going and being entertaining for hours and hours and hours. Sometimes we'll go for hours if we've got plenty to talk about. I'm really looking forward to the Pitchy Ritchie. I've been all around it, I guess you could say, but I'm really looking forward to getting on board with it. So let's see if I can change this over. We'll go to that. All, folks. Talking about collabs as well, I'm always dead keen to organise having any of you guys, any guests that you might suggest that might be up for it as well, who want to join me on the channel in a question and answer kind of format. I'd like to develop that kind of format and use that to collaborate and to grow the channel as well. And I think if you guys want to grow your channel a little bit, you don't all want to grow your channel, you just want to do your thing, hey, it's cool. But otherwise, yeah, here to support and love to bring you guys on board and bring each other to new audiences and learn new things, as I always do from all of you as well. I'm here to learn from the audience, so please send me more stuff. Love to interact with what you do. If you're stuck with me this far, through my audio ducking testing. Not sure you could call it a tutorial, but you guys deserve a medal. I really appreciate it. So to Hunters, O'Malley, Plain Train Guy, Steve, Daryl, JK, John Wayman, Come Hither with Heather. Love to have you guys on board. Always a pleasure. And we'll see you next week for week 63. You better know.